Hi, welcome to Hospo Health. I'm Gaye, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Mediterranean diet. We know that shift work increases the risk of chronic diseases like cardiovascular disease and diabetes, so it makes a lot of sense to me to use your nutrition as a powerful tool to minimise the risk of these challenging health conditions. The good news is, one of the most well-studied diets that reduces risk of conditions like heart disease and diabetes, as well as a raft of other possible health challenges, including cancer, dementia and Alzheimer's, is the Mediterranean diet. The broadness of the Mediterranean diet isn't always appreciated, as it's based on the traditional foods from people right across the Mediterranean region. This includes Greece, Italy, southern France, Crete, Spain, and even parts of the Middle East. But while individual specific foods and dishes vary across these countries, the common foods that make up a Mediterranean-style diet are vegetables, fruit, whole grains, low-fat dairy foods, fish, seafood, nuts, seeds, legumes, and extra virgin olive oil. Red and processed meats, refined grains, sugar-sweetened foods and beverages, and high-saturated fat choices are eaten only in smaller amounts. As a practical guideline, putting a Mediterranean-style diet into practice, you would include vegetables of different colours in at least 2 main meals a day, eat 1 to 2 serves of fruit every day. Again, mix up the colours where you can. Include whole grains in at least 2 meals or snacks a day. A whole grain is simply a grain that hasn't been processed to remove its outer fibre and nutrient-dense layers. Good examples include oats, whole wheat, rye, buckwheat, bulgur or cracked wheat, millet, barley, spelt, quinoa, brown rice, corn, even popcorn. Also 1 to 2 servings of nuts and seeds every day. A typical serve of both nuts and seeds equals 30 grams, a small handful. Embrace variety here. Just some options include almonds, walnuts, pistachios, pine nuts, hazelnuts, cashews, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds and flax seeds. And daily use of extra virgin olive oil. In the landmark PREDIMED study looking at the benefits of a Mediterranean-style diet and heart health, the amount of extra virgin olive oil used was 4+ tablespoons of nuts and/or extra virgin olive oil. At least 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil daily is a good starting point, but feel free to increase this up to 2 to 3 tablespoons. Regular consumption of legumes, think lentils, chickpeas, cannelloni beans, red beans, fava beans, lima beans, pinto beans, etc. The portable tin versions of these are absolute dynamos when it comes to affordable, portable, time-saving additions to shift work meals. Fish and seafood is regularly encouraged. Having the time and capacity to purchase and cook fresh fish and seafood is tricky for many people, let alone time-poor shift workers. But here, tinned salmon and tuna are amazing pantry staples. Try to eat these 2 to 3 times every week and supplement with fresh fish or seafood on your days off. Greek yogurt and cheese are included in moderate amounts. Eggs are a good source of protein, and like white meat, like chicken and poultry, aim to consume these around twice a week. Red meat is recommended to be consumed less frequently, maybe just once a week, and in small portions. Think no more than the size of the palm of your hand, and make it lean red meat options over high-fat, heavily processed foods like salami or processed meat rolls. Adding legumes to red meat dishes like bolognese sauces, curries, soups and burgers is a great way of moderating your red meat intake and boosting your legume intake at the same time. If you don't regularly use herbs or spices, again, these are a brilliant addition to your daily diet. Think balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, honey, salt, pepper, cayenne, turmeric, ginger, oregano, thyme, rosemary, mint, cumin, dill, parsley, paprika, bay leaves, basil, sage, cinnamon, cloves, nutmegs, cocoa and more. You can sprinkle these on just about any dish and totally elevate any boring leftover meal to a new level of taste, sensation and pizzazz. Lastly, when it comes to drink, water is your best friend. You can add this to tea and coffee as is appropriate, watching your caffeine intake. Red wine in moderation is also a part of the Mediterranean diet, so consuming a few small glasses a week at appropriate times for you is absolutely possible. But focusing on all the amazing food ideas above will reap much more powerful benefits than using the Mediterranean diet halo as an excuse to overindulge in red wine. Some other key elements of the Mediterranean diet are sharing meals with family and friends and being physically active. As another challenge of shift work is a disrupted social life, try to prioritise meals and catch-ups with family and friends on days off when you can. As for being physically active, yet another possible bonus of eating regular nutritious meals and snacks across shifts is that this will place you much more likely to have the energy and capacity to fit in some physical activity outside of shifts compared to skipping meals and relying on caffeine and chocolate pickups ever will.